Hello, everyone, and welcome to Computek's Learning Beyond Borders podcast with me, Aishwarya Ravishankar. Some of you would have seen me, or some of you might have not seen me at all. Well, some of you started seeing me. Anyways, I'm Aishwarya Ravishankar, as I said, and I work with Computek as their marketing lead. And I'm so excited to be hosting this episode of podcast with you. And it's today I have with me a very special guest, and she is none other than Mathi Kula. We call her Mati Akka, which means sister. And she is like a sweet sister for all of us with her charm and the energy that she throws on all of us is super, super positive and energetic. And she is none other than Matikula, as I said, and she is our special advisor to the Office of the Executive Chairman. And she recently got promoted to that role, and it's a well deserving for her. Congratulations, Matiaka, for that, first of all, and welcome to this podcast.
Thank you very much, Aishwarya. And I think you have spoke a lot about me. Yes, humbly I will accept, I would say.
Yes, there is a lot more to talk about you, Akka, and that's what we are going to do, I believe, in this podcast. And this is going to be a special episode for two reasons. Why? Because one is, of course, it's a podcast with you. We are going to listen to your experience, your life journey. That's, of course, very special. And also, the other thing is, in March, we are doing four special podcasts, and all the four podcasts we'll be focusing on women of diverse disciplines because March 8th is International Women's Day, and that's why we are doing, a series of special podcasts. And I'm super excited to be starting this podcast. And my first question to you, Matiaka, you are in a senior leadership position. So being a woman in a senior leadership role, how empowered do you feel, Akka?
I feel it's really great and also grateful to this recently promoted position. And yes, I have to come to this position. There were a lot of gains and also challenges which I have faced. And and also let me start with a proudful story is like I'm a proudful graduate, former graduate of Computek College.
Oh,
I think
wow.
yes, so I should start my story with the graduate of Computek. I think that's the first step for me. And being an immigrant, right, and mother of two boys, I migrated to Canada with the boys age of 5 and 3 in 1999 with my husband.
No, nice.
And we both are qualified accountants by profession, but we were not able to get a suitable job because the experience what we have gathered out of Canada did not work for us to get a job, to gain a job. So
Right.
what we realized was we have to restart our academic path again to survive in Canada. So
Mhm.
both of us, along with the kids, have to restart our career by going to school again.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine, going to school or to college, even after having kids. That's the stage when you, as new parents, would have come across a lot of responsibilities, and I can imagine how difficult it would have been for you as newcomers. You're settling in, you have kids to take care of, and then you're trying to build your family here, and also trying to settle in with the weather is different, the language, the language is different, the culture is different. So it's a lot of challenges for you.
Absolutely, I would say like we landed somewhere in September, so it was a fall, I would say, and for the kids also, it's a new country with new friends, new set of environment. So it was not an easy path, but the um, only the only what was in my mind is never give up. I should work for my I should work and keep moving. I think that strong dedication and I think that has worked a lot to face the challenges, and also it's a new journey. Yes, absolutely. I think I still, if I remember those days, still it's like a lot of learning has taken place. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely, Akka. It's so when you say that story, I started getting goosebumps because it's very inspiring to hear when a mom, as a newcomer, you have came across a lot of challenges, and you are in such a big position now, and I'm sure you have had a lot of learnings as you grow and progress in your career. So you said, Mathi Akka, you migrated from a different country to Canada, like more than 2 decades ago. So you've been in Canada for more than 24 years now,
That's
right?
correct.
So
That's correct.
how do you feel about living in Canada? It's been a long time, I know, but we are in Women's Day month. We are in March as we celebrate Women's Day, International Women's Day. So what do you think? Do you think Canada is safe for women?
I think I think on my personal experience, yes, it is very much safer than my back home. So what I can share a story is, back in my back home, like I was going to work and to school as well, right? So my father will be waiting at the bus stand to receive me,
Oh.
because I reach home around 8 to 9 p.m. So my father, he used to wait at the bus stand to receive me. So every day, all 5 days. So if you compare that to here, right, you have your independent,
Yes.
right, and also um, the safety,
Mhm.
right, and also we are um, and people around us and the environment, right? And also, like, initially when we moved to Canada, I had to work on a night shift because of my kids. My husband used to work in the daytime, so I had to be with the kids. So I used to work in the night because
So
we
you can take care, you can balance.
absolutely, absolutely. So so my work starts at 9:30 to 5:30. So sometimes I took my work ends at 2:30 to 3 a.m. in the night.
Oh,
So I take three buses to reach home by
oh my
myself.
God.
Yes, even now when I think about it, I feel like, how did I do it by
Yes.
myself, right? And during cold winter dark days.
Oh my God, that's like a scary thing for me to do if I'm asked to do that. Like it's a scary thing, and also like 3 buses, I can't even imagine. Taking one bus itself is like we are the younger generations of today. We are like, oh, we have to take one bus, we have to take one subway, but 3 buses, that too, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. It's
Absolutely.
unimaginable.
Even in the winter night, also, like, going to work also is challenging too. Sometimes I may not be able to arrive on time. So during the initial stage of your career, you really have, like, the timing is key, right? So those are like lot of challenges, but again, when you look back, those are lessons and give you the courage to face your life in a positive way.
Definitely, Akka. So with that, what I understand is like according to you, it's Canada is like more safe for women, and as a woman I feel the same. I'm also an immigrant newcomer here in Canada, and so far I've been living here for the 10 months past 10 months, and I have never faced any issues for me. And same with my friends and my distant relatives who have been here for a longer time. They have said me same stories here, because as soon as you call 911, there is always help coming in. And when you see other women who are actively going out at nights and independently working at their own pace, and if you look at them, they are so confident. And how is it possible? Only because of the environment that we create. the lovely people that we have here, and it's all a team effort, I would say. The country is like although there are certain things happening these days, but overall, when we look at an overall perspective, Canada is definitely, one of the safest countries for women, especially to live in. Matiaka. And also, I thought about this question to ask you. You were also an instructor. When you said you were a graduate from Computek, you also taught at Computek. So now you are in an administrative position. So you have been, wearing multiple hats, and even during when you were an instructor, you were managing the admin role as well. Like, one half you were managing as an instructor, teaching students, coaching and mentoring them. On the other hand, you were like working with the administration thing, helping people, planning the strategy and everything. So how were you balancing both? And if I may ask, which one do you like the most, the admin role or the teaching role?
Okay, that's a good question. Honestly, from my heart, I would say teaching, because I think it's a teaching is my passion, um, which connects so much close to my heart. Um, what I observed, or based on my experience, teaching, I would prefer the teaching the best profession, I would say. One is sharing your knowledge with others, connecting with our students, which gives very much pleasure. um, Sharing your experience, and they are sharing their own experience, which relates to us. When a student shares the story, when I look back and think, oh, this story is something relates to me as well, at some part of the story. So connecting with the students, and also if there is a need, we have the opportunity to help them out, right?
Right.
And which gives up lots of pleasure to me. And the way the way I have exposed and gained some lesson, those like I can share with them, which gives um, a lot of support during that timely support, I would say, right? Timely support. So I think one experience what I can share, those experience with a student who has migrated, I think couple of weeks ago, was enrolled in one of my class. She came to me and asked me, how do I set up a online banking? you know she was net new to the Canada. So I was able to help her out, like, which gives, it's not only teaching, it's beyond teaching, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I really feel that um, it was, I had the opportunity to help the student. And if you ask me now, teaching is the best profession, and also it gives lot of happiness and pleasure for the within yourself.
Definitely, I could see with the smile on your face and with the way you talk, I could sense, how much of an interest and passion you would have had for teaching. Do you want to go back to teaching anytime?
Oh. If there is,
If there is an
I
option.
may, yeah. But if you ask me, like, maybe after retiring, I may think of it. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
something on my plate, yes,
Yes,
of course,
at the
yeah.
moment we need you for for the planning, for the leadership, for the guidance. We definitely need you here, and maybe after your retirement, then you can think about teaching for sure.
Yes.
You can go back to teaching, I think.
Yeah, so to answer your question, yes, I was wearing multiple hats,
Mhm,
but also I enjoyed learning in the management role or administration role as well,
mhm.
because again, education is which is closer to my heart. So anything relates to the students, or any support to the students, whether it's administration or teaching, I think we are there for the students, right? To service the students. So I think even the heart of the administration also, I will not say I did not. Uh, I really enjoyed that as well, because
Mhm.
supporting in a different way. uh, which I think the both teaching comes first, but also the administration as well. But I will not let. Uh,
Give
yeah.
any of them up.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, nothing is
Right.
lesser than the other thing. So,
Absolutely.
both are equal to you. Right. So, with over 3 decades of experience in the industry, you have a wealth of knowledge about the job market, Matyaka. You are in this position, and can you give us some insight into the demand for accounting and payroll positions in Canada, particularly for female candidates? Because here at Computek, we have like a lot of accounting, the business programs. Like we have the Boss program, we have APAT, we have APA, and other different programs. So, can you give us your insights about the job market?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we do have a, program APAT, which is accounting, payroll, and tax. And recently, I think recently we it was introduced, which carries accounting, payroll, and tax. These three modules are carry lot of aspects. I would say to work in the accounting field, right? There are a lot of finance opportunities are there, whether it can be accounting or only payroll or tax as well, right?
Mhm.
But the advantage is if an any candidate which has these three knowledge will definitely help um, employer, definitely will help an employer to get the right candidate, right?
Right,
Right.
exactly.
So yeah, so um not my comment, I think my advice would be that yes, we do have, these are like my personal experience what I'm sharing with you. I would say, like, yes, we have learned the knowledge,
Mhm.
accounting, payroll, and tax, but our students have to work on the interview skills,
Mhm.
right? Because the interview skills actually make it is needed to gain a successful employment,
Right. Now,
right?
the people or students are learning more technical skills in school.
Yes,
But who will,
absolutely.
how will they learn the soft skills, which are very important, like how to communicate, how to, think, how to solve a problem, how to, the conflicts resolution, and how to, cope working in a team atmosphere. Because, now that there are a lot of small business coming up, and the small business sector is booming, so you have to be a team player. Also, you have to be working independently. So you should have that knowledge as well.
Absolutely. And also, like, we do have a career services department. Like, they support by having mock interviews to our students for potential graduates. I think our students, I think, should focus. Yes, they do have knowledge in their
Subject.
accounting, payroll, and tax, but the interview skill, I think, it is very critical to
Mhm.
gain a successful employment. I think the focus should be directed towards that.
Correct, correct. Because a lot many students I have seen, some of my friends who are very good with the subject. If you ask them personally, they know, nook and corner of the subject. But when they are asked to write an exam, or when they are asked to, talk in front of people, or maybe for the interview, due to some fear or due to, lack of practice, it's there in their mind, it's there in their heart, it's not coming out. You know
Absolutely.
so that
Absolutely.
that practice needs to be there. And I think here at Computech, the best part is like we not only train the technical skills, we also train them with the soft skills. And that's why we have like a lot of sessions within the classes. And also, it's a diverse atmosphere here at Computech. We have students coming and studying with us from different countries. We have people from Africa, from Asia, from Ethiopia, Eritrea, the community, the huge community from Eritrea, Ethiopia, and also a lot of students from the South Asian community here. And when they get an opportunity to meet together, they understand different cultures, communicating across cross culture, and are trying to understand how people think. I'm from an Asian community, but I do not know how an African would think, and vice versa. So here in Computek, it's the biggest advantage as far as I have seen. We are setting up an atmosphere where they can come in and understand others' ideas and perspectives, and also we provide them a space to come and share their ideas. And the instructors that we have here, they are also well trained and very highly insightful instructors. So they encourage students to speak up. You know,
Absolutely. And also
be
we provide hands-on experience on this software too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So here at Computech, the best part is Matyaka, everybody is so talented. Be it from the leadership team or be it, the employees, as we are here at Computech. So personally to me, you are one of the mentors here for me. And similarly with, I believe for some other people also, you are the mentor for them. You keep telling us your stories whenever we meet in the office, and whenever with the little chit chat that we do here and there. You used to mentor us. So if I may ask, who is your mentor? You have been a mentor for all of us, but who is your mentor? Whom did you learn all the lessons from, or any one person that you could think of as a mentor?
Yes, I think it's my mom.
Okay.
Actually, I have learned. I think she's a strong player. She's
Mhm.
now like I think she's 83 years old. I don't know whether you believe me. Like still she is can handle by her. She's very independent. She takes care of her own life. I would say, and very independent. I think I learned a lot from her um, because I think from day one she has taught us to lead a path in a positive way. I think having a stay focused, positively focused, and also the other um, another lesson which I have learned is never give up, which is critical because we sometimes we get frustration and lose the hope, and we change the direction. But uh, even now, like she is positively stay focused. um, Even my kids and my husband all even start now they admire my mom because I think uh, um, she has given I think she has those attributes. I think she has passed it on to me, to be honest.
Yes,
So
that's what I was about to say. It's inherited in you. The
yeah.
confidence and the positivity is inherited in you.
And also like since I'm in the finance, I thought let me share that. um, Also I learned from her is how to manage the finance,
Mhm.
right? I think in a small way, not
Right,
on a corporate level, but in a small way. Like I learned a lot how she manages the finance, like setting up the priorities.
right.
So those in a small way, but still that I learned from her. Um, and be humble and also always she mentions be humble and be approachable to everyone at any point in your life, whether you are at the entry level or in a higher position. Be humble, approachable, try to be supportive to others. I
Mhm.
think that I have learned a lot from my mom.
Yeah, definitely. Because I can imagine, like, same with my grandmother, because my mom is educated, but my grandmother is not. And the same way, she had never gone to school, but the level of knowledge that she has on finance is like, it's like amazing. She sets the priorities on which to spend, and if she
Absolutely.
also has the ability to analyze for 1 month if she allocates a budget, and if it's not working out, the next month she has the capacity to think and amend, what changes can we make, what modifications can we do, right? I know, Matiyaka, you mentioned, a lot of key takeaways here. Be humble and be positive and never give up. But what is your message, or what are your, knowledge of, or thoughts of wisdom, I would say, for audience who are listening to us, especially for women, as we are in Women's Day month, March. So, what are your messages, Akka?
I would say my humble message is listen to your instincts and follow your heart, and lifelong learning. Never stop learning, because that all, I think, based on my experience, lifelong learning will, you will gain more and more knowledge. So never stop learning. I think those are the two messages. Follow your heart and listen to your instincts. That's all for them. Thank you very much, Aishwarya, to giving
Definitely,
me
Akka.
this opportunity.
Definitely. And as you speak, I remember of this quote, never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Right. And I believe, the audience who are watching us have got like a lot of message to take away from this podcast. And I'm sure we should keep talking. We should keep motivating the students, or be it anybody who is watching us here at Computek. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That way you show us your support. And if you like, share, and subscribe, that will motivate us to do more podcasts like this. See you next time in some other episode. Until then, it's Aishwarya signing off. Take care.